It is not a sale. It is basically bringing in private investors with no stake in equity to help us provide the money that is essential to bring this. And I think this was a monumental success factor. If we're able, at the end of the day, to find individuals who do not get equity, do not get concession, putting in money to begin to help our refineries grow. We also moved then to the other greenfield potential investors. As you're aware, Dangote Refineries is working towards the 2019, and I'm very happy that with the meetings that we've held, we're seeing a lot of focus on the 2019 delivery time frame. If they're able to deliver that, that is 650,000 barrels refined. That's a huge, huge impact on our refining capacity locally. If we match that with about 450,000 barrels refinery that we already have in terms of our upgrades, then we're going to have refining capacity in excess of 1 million barrels. And then, of course, recently, Ajib signed an MOU with us to look at the potential to build a 150,000 barrels refinery in Port Harcourt or in Brass. If we do this, we will be able to meet 100% of our local consumption and begin to look for exports. So it is absolutely important that whatever we need to do to get our refineries upgraded, enhanced, get the greenfield refinery builders supported, and potentially get any individual who shows co-location refinery ownership interest on a greenfield basis, that will give them all the support that they need. We've also been talking about modular refineries. Some people already have modular refinery license. We need to work with them to see what do they need, financing, support, licensing, giving them access to crude, to enable them be up and running with some of the proposals that they have. Building refineries is not kids' game. Somebody once said that I said, look, it's a very limited participation. I've not said it in terms of the process not being open. I've said it in the sense of that it's highly technical, it's financially intensive. Our environment is not the best given the fact that we still are struggling with the pricing modality. So anybody who jumps in to help is more than welcome, but it's going to be few and far between those who are able to do this. Now, the process we follow for our ongoing refineries is that it's very transparent. We've reached out and done consultations, talked to a lot of people, especially the big refinery owners abroad, to try and support us. We've developed the engineering analysis to show what needs to be done. We've come up with the cost that we think is reasonable to achieve these objectives. It's a technical committee reporting out led by NNPC, reporting out to me on the steering committee as chairman, is looking at all this. The board of NNPC will be involved in the governance for approvals, and then obviously FEP will be involved in the governance approvals. And then once we've done that, we're obviously going to ask anybody who is interested on the basis of the engineering specifications and the financial specifications, who's interested in participating, to come up and bring their consortiums. The more the merrier. Let's see what numbers. The more people we have participate, obviously the better we can create commercial terms that are very favorable to government. But it's not going to be child's play. We're looking forward to that analysis. So the news you hear all over in terms of an award to any company upfront and all that, it's not true. The process hasn't gotten to that stage. But there have been lots of expressions of interest. And we encourage anybody who is that interested to be bullish about it, because ultimately we do need them to achieve this issue. We've had issues of host community concerns. How are they going to participate? The model that we've asked the technical committee to work with will have a robust, aggressive local content participation level, and that will build in the host community. Obviously, it will appear, given the divergences of opinion, that we've not engaged the National Assembly as much as we have. We began that engagement massively today. We're going to continue and further and deepen that process. The organized labor has been in this, especially through NNPC from day one, and has participated in some level with NNPC in terms of some of these analyses that we've done. But obviously, we would need to talk with them, assure them that the alternative to not doing this is back to what it is they're afraid of, which is job losses, and we need to work with them to explain what we're doing. Now, how do you help us as Nigerian? First is to understand what we're trying to do. It's a lot of work. Second is to encourage us, because seeking investment in these difficult climes is soft measure. And so we need to ensure that we do not frustrate the process. That's
Nigeria's Deputy Oil Minister. Dr. Ibe Kachikwu, first clarifying around the refineries, the process that has been done. He spoke about the current realities, the ongoing efforts, and the role of Nigerians in the implementation of the refinery initiative of the Minister of Petroleum Resources, 7 big wins that was launched sometime last year. That seems to have cleared that. That's a podcast, and you can find that on the Petroleum Resources Ministry's website if you want to listen to that all over again. But again, of course, there's one big story that the Securities and Exchange Commission just released, that says that the Capital Market Committee of the SEC has approved the report of a market-wide committee on formulating a uniform position for the treatment of multiple subscriptions to public offers. Now, very quickly, multiple subscriptions to share offers was noticed during the market boom 2005 to 2008 when the market started to go down in the first quarter. So about 10 years over since then, we've seen this issue hanging on the neck of the market. Now, the SEC says it has come up with this solution to it. And this has been in the news over the last few days and weeks. Now, the Commission says it's found a solution to that, and that has been approved forthwith. In other words, 2 groups of people, some, according to the SEC, submit multiple applications for the same public offer. Of course, that is illegal. Number one. Number 2, the second one were those who submit share offering forms under false pretense. In other words, using someone else's name to buy shares. So if they submit one application in their own name, they could use fictitious names, what you call ghost workers or ghost share stock investors. So you can use 10, 15, 20 people's names at random and fill different forms and submit them. This is also illegal in the market. So these 2 classes of people are now being clarified. The SEC says the first group of people who submit multiple applications for the same public offer will have to step forward to the SEC via their stockbrokers with all their details and be able to claim those shares. However, for the second class, and the deadline for the first will be the 1st of September 2017, the second class who did multiple subscription under false pretenses will forfeit them, and the unclaimed dividends accruing into the Capital Market Development Fund. We just need to let you know. We'll be back after the break.